So I'm at a Diecast toy show in Roscoe, Illinois, just north of Rockford, Illinois, and about 80 miles away from downtown Chicago. Fellow collectors, we are going to be going table to table and shopping some incredible Diecast cars. From Hot Wheels to Matchbox to Johnny Lightning to Tonka to Mini GT. So many brands represented here. And we are just jumping straight into it. Check out all these loose cars. Awesome, awesome selection. A lot of vintage stuff. And I believe there's over 60 vendors at this table. Excuse me, at this show. So plenty to see. Sit back, relax. My name is Contour Toy Cars. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And without further ado, we are going to get started. Give you a full pan of this entire venue. I'm pretty much smack dab in the middle right now. You can see we even have some model kits right here. And we are just going to shop till we drop. And just check out all this amazing, amazing history.
Just a Facebook page I put up, but that's got my cell phone on there.
So here we have some more modern Hot Wheels.
And then my cart's right there, so it's got my
Got
cell
a couple
on
5-packs.
Thank you so much. No problem. Yeah, if there's any other...
And we'll check out this table over here, some more loose die-cast. Pretty good price. We have $2 each at this table. I actually just picked this piece up at the last show I was at. This is the, what is this called? I'm blanking. The GM something. Ultralight. Doesn't say on here, but I just remembered. This is the Ultralight concept car from the early 90s. And this thing rolls incredibly. I was rolling it across my desk the other day, and just the build of these 90s castings are it's a quite significant difference compared to some of our more modern Hot Wheels that have been released within the 2020s. So if you haven't been exposed to castings that are from the sort of early 90s or before, I definitely recommend checking out how they roll. It's just, you can feel the quality, you can feel the build, the axles just feel more robust, more intact, and the way they roll is just so smooth. So definitely recommend checking that out, because I do think it's important to just be able to survey all of the different eras within Diecast. We're obviously in the 2020s, where JDM is all the rage. Your Nissan Skylines are flying off the shelves. Just a huge JDM craze thanks to Fast and Furious, and just to that younger demographic coming into the hobby. But, you know, every decade within Diecast history is going to have something a little bit different. There's of course going to be some overlap. Very historic pieces on this table, by the way. I believe these are the reproductions of the red lines from 1993, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, where is a copyright? Yeah, copyright 1992, right in the center of your screen. So these were reproductions of some of those early red lines in the 90s. Like I always say, there is just so much to choose from. It really can become option paralysis within your collecting journey, even just within Hot Wheels. I mean, Hot Wheels releases so many series. I mean, just look at this table. We have the reproductions of the red lines. We have these Ultra Hots. We have the Acceleracers from 2005. We have first editions from the early 2000s. Blue Card from the early 90s. Just so much to choose from. You're very quickly going to realize you're going to have to make some decisions, right? It's just simply impossible to be able to collect every single thing that quote unquote looks cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in this hobby. So you got to start narrowing down what makes you the most happy. That is what this hobby is about. It is for the pure enjoyment of these little toy cars. So speaking anecdotally, I really love just quirky, oddball stuff, unique designs, futuristic designs, just wacky stuff you're never going to see again. That is totally my thing. And it really makes the hunt experience that much greater too at shows like this, because I'm always just looking for that special piece that I've never seen before. That just makes it really thrilling for me. Conversely, if you are someone who really likes JDM or maybe you like muscle cars, you're going to have a field day finding those pieces that you're looking to add into your collection. There is going to be no shortage regardless of the specific category that you want to collect. And that's what makes it so great, is that you have the power, you are in control, you get to pick what you want to collect, what you're bringing home with you, and ultimately what you're enjoying. I mean, I started my adult collecting journey in 2019, and I still have some pieces from those first couple months of collecting that I enjoy every single day. And those were only $1 and some change. I mean, it's just so impressive, the amount of art and design that we get to appreciate for as little as under $2. It's just, it's really incredible. And, along the way, as you are collecting, I got some Star Wars here, by the way, you're gonna meet a lot of awesome people as well. I mean, the actual tangible, tactile cars, that's one thing, but the people in this community really just add that extra layer of excitement and joy. You get to bond with your fellow collectors. You get to maybe go on hunts with your fellow collectors. Check out this table over here. We have some older Hot Wheels.
Who won a trophy? Yeah.
And shows like this, you feel that energy. You feel, it's exciting to see deals happening with collectors. The collectors are happy, the sellers are happy, everybody's having a good time. But you can just feel that excitement, feel that community aspect when you're out at shows like this. So that's again just a great perk on being in this hobby. Now, like any industry, you're of course going to have the bad eggs, as I like to call them, right? So we're talking the guys who leave a mess in the stores, the guys who are maybe just rude and just not good people. That's going to be in any hobby. So we unfortunately kind of just have to accept that is part of the reality. But what I like to tell the collectors is just make sure you're surrounding yourself by other like-minded collectors, right? They maybe collect the same thing that you do. They may be, they're just a really friendly person even, right? I know a lot of the vendors at these shows just because I enjoy talking with them about these toy cars. And, then we get into other things about life, about work, and, it's that camaraderie that really brings us together. And then, hey, at the end of the day, I'm a little bit more introverted. If you're someone like me, you're out there, you're talking with all the collectors, and you get to go back home and you're in your happy place, right? You're with your collection. You maybe get to reorganize your display if you got some brand new pieces, and you're very content after a full day of chatting with other collectors, and then coming home and just getting to sit back, grab a coffee, right? We have Dave's table here. Dave is showing me a flyer. Let's see, so the Scale Auto Hobby and Toy Show, Sunday 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Looks like it is today, February 16th, as well as later in the year, October 5th. And this is in the Waukesha County Exposition Center in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Hundreds of tables available. Looks like they have plenty of Diecast, Hot Wheels, vintage toys. That is awesome. Dave, thanks for showing us on camera. We're gonna check out Dave's table here. He has, we already did show this part. He has a lot of muscle cars, which is awesome. So again, if you are that collector who admires those muscle cars, a table like this, you are just gonna have a field day. It's so much fun to check everything out. Look for those special colors, special variations. It really makes the hunt just that much more thrilling and exhilarating. You just never know what you're going to really run into until you're out here and you see the selection. And I've even been hearing some vendors as I'm here saying, yeah, I just kind of threw a couple bins together, or it was whatever I had access to. So what that means for us collectors is it's going to change every single time we come out to the show. It's that we're never going to have the same selection. So every single show that you go out to is going to be essentially once in a lifetime. Right? It's you're at this place at this time with these people with this inventory. It's just you're never going to see this exact selection ever again. And for that reason, it just makes the shows so much better, because you just never know what you're going to find until you come out here. You'll start to recognize some of the sellers' selection. Maybe if they're having trouble moving some of the stock, you're going to start recognizing, I actually even sometimes recognize the seller just by the merchandise they have on their table before I even see the seller themselves. So you'll start to see that there are some repeats, but again, just the variety, the newness of every single show, you know, it's great, to put it simply. We have a whole table of Hot Wheels here. Awesome selection, only $2. Definitely no shortage. We'll turn the corner here. Let's check out this table over here. We have castings mostly in protectors, mostly Hot Wheels as well. Go wide here for you. Let's get a nice slow pan of all these vehicles here. And it looks like we have some notes as well, which is really cool that the vendor did this. So you can see here, air reverse tampo. Check that out. It's a gorgeous piece. This Ford Fiesta was actually Michael Geralda's last deco that he did while working internally for Mattel. He did over 5,000 designs, so the actual graphic designs, not the casting, but the graphic design that goes on the side. That particular casting was his very last one. You can even see 5,000 Club on there, which represents the 5,000 designs that he did while working internally for Mattel. He has since then still been doing quite a bit of freelance work for various die-cast brands, including Matchbox, which is where he moved over to, and I want to say like around 2010 or so. So he's still cooking up some incredible designs even after 5,000, which is just, you know, how many artists can really say they've had that many anything really. I mean, 5,000 paintings. I don't know if any of you are painters. I'd love to know if that's a ballpark, you know, a pretty prolific career, or maybe that's a little low, maybe a little high. But just having, you know, 5,000 designs, the amount of experience you get, the amount of talent, rawness, craft that you are honing in on all those years is just, in my opinion, truly unmatched. So it's little stuff like that that you can really get deep into the history of all this. So we got some Johnny Lightning over here, by the way. Got a Disney car lowrider, Mr. Ramon from Disney Cars movie. And then check out this whole table over here. That is awesome. So many castings. And more Hot Wheels going pretty much edge to edge here. Got a collector right beside me here, Mr. McHot Wheels. He's in our Discord. If you want to get access to our Discord, shoot me a message. I'll send you the invite link. We have over 200 collectors in there. And Mr. McHot Wheels actually does something really fun at these shows that I would like to highlight. He starts with a single casting, usually like a fantasy casting or something kind of like, you know, semi-desirable to not desirable at all. And he trades up. He does like a trade and upgrade program. And look at how good he's doing already. So he has the Spoon Civic. That was a pretty hyped up one. You have this gorgeous RLC with the real riders. And then Camaro Super, all starting from fantasy casting, or just a single, was it loose or carded?
Loose.
Okay, so he started with a loose car and has traded up to 3 super desirable castings. That is just truly insane.
I'll send photos of every trade to the Discord.
Yes, he'll be sending photos. So again, if you want to check out the Discord, send me a message. I will send you the invite link. And it's a great group of guys and gals in there. We all just talk about our collections, latest releases. We have a channel called State of the Pegs where you can post up pictures of what your stores are looking like in any given moment. So it's a really good time, great community happening over there. I'm super proud of the growth that it's had as well. So please shoot me a message if you would like to get access to that. Happy to send that over to you, and then you'll meet guys like Mr. McHot Wheels over there, who we just met briefly on camera, where he's going to be probably posting like 5 NFTs by the end of the show. And again, he just started with a single fantasy casting loose. It's just insane. So props to him, kudos to him. Great collector. It's been awesome talking with him, getting to know him a little bit too. So
Tuners?
yeah, just fun stories all around within this hobby.
Yeah.
We have that new Tesla Cyber Quad. Let me show that off real quick. There's your price tag. This one's pretty brand spanking new, Diecast 2025. It's got plenty of those to choose from. as well as the Red Bull car. I know those are pretty popular. Formula One will be coming back in, I believe winter testing is within the next week or so, and then their first races, thank you sir, the first races are in March. So I believe they're doing like 8 teams as well. So quite a few of the teams, they are pretty much leaving out 2. I believe it's Ferrari and Aston Martin, if I'm not mistaken. So we have some vintage Hot Wheels over here as well. And again, that's the beauty is, you know, you're going to find some of the latest releases that are still currently can be found out at the stores in the toy aisles, or you go to tables like this where it's just huge selection of vintage stuff, really just unique castings that you're only going to find on the secondary market. Obviously, castings from the 90s, 2000s, 2010s are not going to be found on the pegs. You got to come out to shows like this, go onto eBay, go onto whatnot. However you really please to get those older castings if that's something you want to focus on for your own collection. So we move on to this next table. This is Brian's table. He always has some really good selection. I really like how he does his like visual merchandising as well. You have the flat lay on the table, and then you have the pegboards up top here too. So it's always interesting to see how the vendors kind of set everything up, right? You know, try to make it as easy as you can to view everything. Everything is in clear sight. There's really good lighting in this venue as well, so I know that helps quite a bit. We've got this really nice Bugatti Chiron up here, and we got plenty of supers, including some of the latest ones. Here's that High Roller 2 from 2025 C case. Got that Audi from last year, 2024. Got the Fiat. I did find that one personally at a dollar store. And then we'll go to this table nice and wide for you so you can take it all in. This was a very popular casting and still is to this day. Really, really popular. The drag bus there, just countless different color variations of that one. Also that nice Hot Wheels Classics dairy delivery with the Spectraflame Red. I do have that one, but in Spectraflame Aqua. Hot Wheels Classics is a great series. It has metal on metal casting, so you're going to feel a little bit of a quality difference. It's better quality. They all have Spectraflame paint on there as well, which as I like to kind of say, it's a good way to get affordable Spectraflame in your collection. If you're having trouble finding supers, or if you don't want to pay for that higher price for an RLC item, Hot Wheels Classics, which ran from 2005 to 2009, is a great series to get into, just purely on the fact that you're going to be getting some more Spectraflame in your collection. And they're pretty affordable on the secondary market as well. I mean, I've seen some go as low as $5, so obviously definitely lower in price than a Super on the secondary market, an RLC model. And some of those RLCs after MSRP, once they sell out, can go over $100. I mean, the Candy Stripe Gasser fetches over $1,000 in the secondary market. So, hey, if you have the budget for it, by all means, pick that up and add it to your collection. So, another great selection of Hot Wheels here. Let's keep moving on. And we have some blue cards over here. The blue cards are collector number. They're always going to have a number in the bottom right corner there. They also have a darker sort of brown cardboard for the card, versus your blue and white cards are going to be later in the later 90s. These were really common around 90 to 95, the full blue card. If I see it, oh, here we go. So here's the blue and white. So this is still the collector number series 252, but they switched over to the blue and white packaging. And as you can see, it does not have the brown cardboard. So that's kind of how you can tell the difference of the blue card, which is going to be more of your early 90s, versus your blue and white card, which is going to be your later 90s. So, just good to know for any of you that admire the Hot Wheels history. Thank you, sir. Excuse me. We have some designer challenge. That was a series around 2006, I believe. They had it was the first time Mattel brought on outside help to make some designs. So they had designers from real auto manufacturers put together some of these designs. In fact, I believe this one here is by Junamai. So that was a really cool series that they did in sort of the mid-early 2000s. Got some premium models here. And bear with me, we'll give you another pan of the room here. Again, awesome venue, just so many tables of diecast. We have some red lines over here. These are, that's what Hot Wheels started with. So those went from 1968 to 1972 is when you have the Spectraflame red lines, and then they continued red lines into like late 70s. 1972, they had to kind of switch up the paint that they were using. So they switched over to enamel paint, started a series called Flying Colors, where you still have the red line wheel, but it was with enamel paint with some decos printed on the sides as well. So we have this really fun, this is a pretty new series, the Silver Series. You can see the Hot Wheels logo up there. This is kind of like that mid-tier, like semi-premium, as some people have called it. And I think it's great. I mean, a big pro is the tampo printing. They do a little bit of a nicer job on the Silver Series compared to the Premium Series. Some of the Premium Series ones, the tampos that they print are not good at all. They're pretty grainy, very pixelated. They're kind of like an inkjet printing method that just makes them look a little bit more grainy. Let's see if we can find an example. I believe this one is a little bit, no, this one's pretty clean. But certain castings that come out of the Premium Series are gonna have a little more of that grainy quality, which I'm not super fond of, but overall the casting build is still going to be pretty strong. All right, so we have a great table right here. Check this out. Holy smokes. So I'm going to just try and go nice and wide. And let's have you take all these incredible Hot Wheels in.
You bringing all of that tomorrow?
So you can see some more modern stuff here. And we get into some premiums. Okay, go wide again for you. And then check out this selection. Holy smokes, you have a field day here. What's that? $1 each. All right, so this is the $1 table. Give you a good look of all these castings. And as you can see, they're really maximizing on the space on the table by doing sort of this configuration where you have like one row kind of going on a diagonal and then one row flat, really maximizing the space that you have on the table. So again, just something as simple as how you creatively display your table can be that one trick or method that gets a collector up to your table, ready to shop and purchase some items from you. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Floxy's table. Floxy's an awesome guy. Loves his Ferraris. Always is out at these shows and always has a pretty good selection. He always brings new stuff in as well. See some higher end pieces here in the protectors. I used to have that I still do actually in my collection, the HKS Skyline. I believe that's an R33, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, just a really great selection, great seller. Plenty of stuff in protectors here.
Now they're up there. They all have the bags.
So I'll get kind of close up on here. We have some Ferraris. I'm recording this in February of 2025, and we just recently were given the announcement that Hot Wheels got the Ferrari license back. Okay, then we have all these main lines. Turn the corner here, go nice and wide for you, and take all of this in. So once again, we are in Roscoe, Illinois. It is just north of Rockford, Illinois, and about 80 miles away from downtown Chicago. The official name of this show is the Northern Illinois Toy Show. And I have made a couple purchases already. So here we have Miguel's table. we have some unique series, the sort of holiday series, so the winter. I believe this is winter 2020. I'm not sure what this one is. It looks like this is maybe spring. Let's see, 2016 BMW M2. I think these were like in Jewels a couple years ago. Jewel Roscoe. So that's cool. We got a Boulevard set here, as well as a looks like Dia de los Muertos series. That's cool. Got a couple 5-packs. I've been keeping my eye out for a specific 5-pack from around like 2010, I believe. It's got a color variant of one of my favorite castings called Moto Blade in it, and I haven't been able to track it down. I got really excited when I saw these because it's around that era. I know this one's a little bit newer, but yeah. So I've been keeping my eyes out for it. It really just adds to the thrill of the hunt. I could just go on eBay. I did see there's a couple listed, but something extra special about going out, physically finding it, being able to touch it, experience it, pay the vendor, and then come home with it. So there's probably going to be a point in time where I just say enough is enough. I'm going to buy it on the secondary or on eBay or on whatnot or whatever. But for now, I'm cool with being patient, so I'm going to go ahead and wait and hopefully find that at some point. So just some more main lines here. Good selection overall. Okay, then we'll turn the corner here. And I don't think we've gone down, or no, I started this row, but I didn't go on this side. So we'll go over here. We have these 6-count card cases. I believe these were sold in Dollar Trees. So not too bad. As many of you know, I usually prefer the Creative Options thread organizers. Those hold 48 cars. They're also transparent, so you can see through and see the cars inside. Just a great way to quickly grab a storage, solution, see what you have. If you're wanting to grab something quickly, it's just a very easy way to go about that. Obviously with this, you're gonna have to open it up, remember what you put in there. Same goes for if you have stuff stored in cardboard boxes or totes that are not see-through. You got to open it up, you see what's inside, but with those Creative Option thread organizers, you can just easily see everything. Quickly grab it if you're needing to, in my case, make a video with it, or if you're just needing to reference it for whatever reason. So I'm sure we'll see. There's a few at this show. I'll make sure I show. Love this premium series. This is actually, this one here, the S4 Quattro is my all-time favorite Hot Wheels premium casting. I think it's just so well done. The card art on this particular set as well is just stunning. Kind of like a cool, like motion, like modern graphic design type style there, which I think just looks incredible. And that's really where the designers can have a field day as well. Obviously, the casting design, the deco design, they're only limited by their imagination, but then the actual packaging, the card art, is just a whole other ball game. I mean, it really can. It's like almost like tying the bow around the casting that you designed, that you spent so much time doing. It really kind of, it seals the deal, right? It's that final. It's what's going to grab the consumer when they're at stores. It's going to check out this table. Some beautiful loose castings. Are these original?
They were red lines,
okay.
And now they're all redone.
Okay.
Real rubber tires on them now, repainted.
Yeah, they look gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. But what was I saying? Yeah, so the packaging really is that just that final push to get the it's going to jump out at you on the pegs, right? Maybe you want to go with a very high def render, right? A very realistic design of the car. Maybe you want to go kind of more playful or more illustrative. There's just so many options for the packaging as well, which I think is great. It's for someone like me, where I just love the art and the history of all this, kind of understanding what the different packaging designs is really enjoyable and fun for me. So we have plenty of loose cars here. Try to go nice and wide for you.
But you gotta fit between the door and the seat.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we got some collectors doing some deals here, so we will skip that table. See if we can go back to it later. Got a really good selection here, a lot of historic pieces. I was actually eyeing this earlier. I thought it was a tin, but I believe it's just plastic. I'll try and get it to focus for you. Carrying some logs, right? Some lumber. It's cool. Even just this display is really nice here. Good way to quickly view what they have for sale. Got some larger pieces here. Hot Wheels big rigger stunt set. That's cool.
Yeah.
I've got some historic pieces in here. Looks like probably early 70s, late 70s, a little bit into 80s. Some of your red lines. Gorgeous Spectraflame paint. And some of your Sweet 16s over here. Got that hot heap. I always love the little seat there, how they designed that. It's fun. Are these original or repros? All original. Wow. Okay, so we have the side-loading beach bomb here with that gorgeous Spectraflame paint. These are original. Check that out, fellow collectors. You are spoiled by being able to see this here on camera. Obviously, I'm sure this is looking better here in the flesh, in person, but those are gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. So now, if any of you know Bruce Pascal, he's often known as the guy with the most rare Hot Wheel. He has a version of the Beach Bomb that one is magenta, which is a little bit of a less common color because back then, boys kind of liked blue, red, girls liked pink, so they didn't do as many pink. So he had a magenta, and they also had a rear loading. So if you can see the surfboard here is on the side. He had one that was very early on that was a rear loading. So that combined with the color is where he's kind of getting that, one of the rarest Hot Wheels ever in existence. So cool. Again, just so much history. We have these really cool planes as well. Let's see, Hotbirds.
Hotbird planes.
Hotbirds planes. I'm actually not familiar. These are really cool.
They're Mattel Hot Wheels.
When did these come out? Do you know? What year? 70 something? Okay.
73.
No kidding.
I can tell you.
You got the Mattel badge right here. Beautiful packaging art as well. Check that out. So kind of just what I was saying over at the last table, you can kind of go for more of that sort of hyper realistic rendering of the vehicle, or you can kind of get really creative with the illustrative style. There's just so many different ways you can go about the packaging, which is ultimately what's going to grab that consumer in to potentially be purchasing something. So we also have this Johnny Lightning Sky Show Flying Daredevil stunt set. Okay, so we have a little catalog here. Hotbirds 1971, and these are produced by Mattel. How cool is that? We have like the colors with the prices. Looks like gold is going to be red is showing mint, the highest price, but
There's 5 different planes.
okay.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. Okay?
Yep.
5 planes, 5 colors. 3 of them are U.S. and Hong Kong. 3
Okay.
of them.
So similar to how red lines were with the U.S. versus Hong Kong.
But you could get a U.S. one and a Hong Kong.
Gotcha.
The only 2 you couldn't get is the Regal Eagle and the Ski Gull. That one
Okay.
only came in U.S.
Gotcha. That is cool. Yeah. So distribution really plays a part in how we acquire as well. So some of those early red lines with the Spectraflame paint, there were both U.S. versions and Hong Kong versions. So and they did have differences between the two. So Hot Heap produced in the U.S. would be a little bit different from how it was produced in Hong Kong.
71.
71. Okay. So 1971. That is so cool. Yeah. Again, I really love that box art as well. Thank you so much for showing us.
This is
Oh, okay.
3 in each one.
Gotcha. That's cool. That's cool. So would you put the plane in there?
Yep. Like that.
There you go. How cool is that?
Like that.
I'm really impressed by the material with the shine on there. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. Thanks so much for showing us on camera. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay, it's just, you never know what you're going to be exposed to at shows like this. It's so cool that we got to see that. You have the catalog too. We can reference the actual models, the prices, what they were going for in mint condition. Let me bear with me all of this. We just finished up there. So again, you're just never going to know what you're going to be exposed to at shows like this. So let me show you this table over here. Check this out. Huge variety. It just doesn't get old, folks. It doesn't get old. Just coming up to these tables, seeing all the variety. And obviously Hot Wheels has the treasure hunts and super treasure hunts, but I'd almost argue when you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for, that in itself becomes a treasure hunt, right? I mean, you have maybe a specific color variant that you're looking for, maybe a new casting that you heard about or that your buddy has and you want to get one too. So it really just becomes a full-fledged treasure hunt, even just for whatever random, mainline or random premium. So that is really cool. All right, well, let's move on to this back table. So we're at the sort of back of the venue here. Again, some historic pieces here. And as I'm going through here, I think I'm remembering I did show you guys this table, so apologies for that if I did show you this table. Let's make sure we go all the way down though. Maybe I stopped here or something. Yeah, let's just finish off this table and then we'll go through. Let's see, we got pretty much one more row and then the smaller rooms. So yes, in addition to this larger room, there's also smaller rooms that even have more selection. So we're gonna try and get through and show you as much as I can. Turn the corner here, some loose castings. I always like to say you can also have a field day in here. You can sometimes you're just pulled in by one and then you want to start looking through the entire thing. So that's if you have the patience, you can definitely be shopping here all day. Okay, so here's this back table over here. Looks like we have some Johnny Lightnings. Let me get you a close-up of those. And some larger scale up here as well. Very cool. All right, so we're gonna turn the corner and go through this last row here. Some more loose. I found an item in here that I ended up picking up from this vendor. Just cool. We have a couple Hot Wheels ID up here. And let's check out this table. Okay, some more Hot Wheels over here. More unique items. We have a model car swap meet here, Sunday, April 27th. So if you are local in the Illinois area, check this out in Byron, Illinois. $2 admission, not bad at all. No early entry. Very nice. So there you go. If you are local, make sure you check that out. We have some more Hot Wheels over here as well. I love that Nissan 300ZX, gorgeous silhouette. I'll get it to focus for you. That beautiful Spectraflame blue color, rocking the 6-spoke Real Riders. Skyline as well for any of you JDM fans. The R32. And for you muscle fans, we also have a 2017 Camaro. That Spectraflame green always pops, always really, really shiny, glows at you pretty much. So that's awesome. Check out this table over here. Got the Gotta Go casting, pretty much a toilet on wheels. If you enjoy quirky designs, you might add that to your collection. I think it's really fun. They also, on some of the variants, they put the number 2 on it. I'll leave it at that. Number 1, go number 1 versus go number 2. They put number 2 on it. Very fitting for that specific casting. And I believe I showed you this table as well. Let me show you this table over here. Always really historical pieces over here that this vendor brings out. Got these nice cases as well. Easily see everything. We have some larger scale over here. And some even more large scale. we're gonna go to, let's see, it's a little crowded over there. Let's go into the rooms. So bear with me. If you haven't made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Once again, I am Contour Toy Cars. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I discuss diecast toy cars from an art history perspective. We are in the smaller room. There's about 3 of these. I think there's only 2 with vendors today. So we are at Peter's table. Peter runs a different show in the area that is also a great show. Pretty local to, closer to downtown Chicago. Actually, probably one of the closest to downtown Chicago, like 15 miles away or so. So he meets every 2 months in Schiller Park. And always has a good variety of historic Hot Wheels castings here. Late 90s, early 2000s, that era. We have some loose cars in the little baggies as well. You always know the vendors are taking care of their loose inventory, if it's all individually in these little baggies versus if it's just a bunch of loose thrown into a box, they start to get scratched up. Hot Wheels can take quite a bit of a hit, as they are tested for that, to take a pretty big hit from kids playing with them all day long. But you know, us collectors like our as minty as they can be type vehicles. So we have some looks like some wheel swaps here. Gorgeous Real Riders. Check out that shine on those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Those are beautiful. That looks good too with that little Toyota van. Check that out. So cool. And so this is Mike's Real Riders as well. You can find him on Facebook. If you're a customizer, he is your guy. I mean, he always has just an incredible selection here of different wheels to choose from. So, and he even has everything nice and labeled for you. If you are wanting to get into it, I'm sure he's very helpful and can talk you through things and can give you just that perfect size and style that you're looking for. And just, hey, start a conversation with him. Say, hey, I'm looking to do this with this casting, and he'll help you out. He'll hook you up with all these different wheels to choose from. And yeah, it's just it's all these different facets within the community that really just make it that much more fun. Whether you are a customizer, maybe you just want to do wheel swaps. For someone like me, I just like to, I'm more of an appreciator. I take it out of the packaging, roll it around a little bit, and then display it. But if you're someone who likes working with your hands or just go full creative mode, you know, you're only, again, limited by your imagination. There are some absolutely incredible customs out there and customizers out there who really just have honed in their craft and have put together some incredible pieces that us collectors get to appreciate or purchase and add to our own collections. It's a little loose box here, $1 each, great price. Some more down here. And this bin is 2 for $5. So great prices, great selection. We're going to move on to the other small room. So we're now entering, this is Phoenix Diecast. He always has a huge selection for us to shop. Take a look at this pegboard up here that he has. Plenty of supers. We have convention pieces. We have mail-ins. We have so much, even some mini GT. Looks like that one's even signed. That's pretty cool. Gorgeous. Okay, we got some more down here. And cool thing about Phoenix Diecast is he does have sealed cases for you to buy as well. So if you don't really want to go out to the stores and try your luck and find those pieces that you're looking to add to your collection, hey, go ahead and just buy an entire case. It's cool that us collectors have that option available to us. If you're willing to, of course, you know, it's going to be, if you're just looking for 2, I would recommend just finding it in the stores and pay your, you know, $3 pretty much. But if there's a lot of castings on a specific case that you really like, then by all means, go ahead and buy the case. And you'll even have that chance at a super treasure hunt if that is something that brings you joy and something that you want to focus on within your collection. Got a couple supers here and the protectors as well. Mazda 787B, I did find a few of those in the wild. It looks incredible in person. And we have what I would like to call the not a chase. Is it a chase or is it not a chase? Some people still don't know. Yeah, there's been sources saying it is and there's been sources saying it's not. It was out of the Silver Series, so the semi-premium series, the Porsche 914-6, as well as the 67 Camaro. I believe that one has an opening hood as well. So these were just, they are numbered in the series, but they were limited. They weren't in every single case that were sent out to the stores. So just that interesting quirk within Hot Wheels history. I don't know if they're going to continue doing that, where it's a number in the series, or if they learned from the fiasco and decided not to do anymore, or that fiasco is actually great marketing and they are going to do it in the future. So we're gonna check out this last table over here. Check out these older sets here. We have the full curve accessory pack by Mattel. Gorgeous art. I believe this is Otto Cooney. I believe he is the artist of this. And it's stunning. I mean, just the whimsical feeling of it, the simplicity of it, the gorgeous colors, the vibrancy of it. It's just, there's so much to appreciate here, which is awesome. It's what I love within my own collecting journey. Okay, we have some more higher end pieces. There's your Matchbox Super Chase, the Audi R8. It has the SC on the side there. Let me get it to focus for you. There you go, SC on the side. I have actually still not found a Matchbox Super Chase out in the wild. So they are pretty hard to find. Definitely hard to, Matchbox is a little bit more limited than Hot Wheels. Even just when you go to the toy aisle, they're of course a lot less shelf space. They're pretty much just like one row versus Hot Wheels gets like 10 rows. So that alone adds a little bit to the difficulty in finding them. But again, if you are someone who enjoys that, who likes the chase, right? You like to find those rare pieces, those collectible pieces, then hey, get out there, be consistent, drive around to the stores that seem like they have a good restock schedule and restock frequency, and from there, it's just you never know what you're going to find. It is certainly a exhilarating feeling to find those chase pieces. I mean, I remember finding my first Super Treasure Hunt was just a surreal experience. So fellow collectors, we are going to call it there. I hope you enjoyed today. Again, this is the Northern Illinois Toy Show in Roscoe, Illinois. They run from October to March, so I'm doing the February 2025 show. They have one more show in March, and they're going to take a little bit of a summer break. So if you are local, I highly recommend checking out the March show. Otherwise, if you want to wait a little bit longer, then hey, hope to see you here in October 2025. So again, I'm Contour Toy Cars. Thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. For now, signing off.